Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Frostpunk, shall we? Continuing with our Complete Beginner's Guide. See if we can start to stabilize a bit. So, you know, our food is okay. We've made a lot of this food into rations. We do have the hothouse coming online, which produces raw food, and it does 3 per hour. So that's a good amount, and the temperature is right on for this. Again, the coal thumper can't work because its stockpile is full, and it is cold at this workplace, so we do probably want to try and figure out a way to keep people warmer. These gathering posts are not comfortable. So because of so much stuff going on over here, we might want to throw in the heater, and just provide some warmth for these workers so they don't get ill as fast. You could see I have a lot of people who are sick. Now we need to build the temple as well. And we have a good amount of wood, but I'm going to tell you what, something about Frostpunk that you probably have become aware of at this point is that there really is no lead that is safe. Like, the resources might look good, but you can run out very easily. You want a surplus instead of having none, but you never really feel too comfortable in a game like this. So what we're going to do is go to construction, and we go to faith, and we're building the temple. Where do we put it? We put it over here. Okay, so they're working on it now, which is fantastic. We have our other house of prayer, and it looks like we're almost able to do a sermon again pretty soon. We might need another care facility. Let's see, how many do we even have? We have a cookhouse, we have a medical post, and it's got 10 patients, and then we have our care house for people who are incredibly ill, but actually nobody's there, and that's just people who can't get better. So what this means is we have 20 people being treated, and we must have, we have 2 medical posts, and they're filled to the brim. So we could build another of those as well, because we have 6 sick people who are not getting treatment. And it is giving us information about, let's see, well, we got this, but it was telling us about an outpost. Where did that go? Down here, right. So building an outpost depot allows you to assign people to work an outpost team. So this is how we would, for example, gather resources from the coal mine that we found. So we can build this and assign people, and they will just go back and forth carrying stuff. Like the worst job you could possibly imagine. But we probably want that. However, I think it requires technology for us to do that. Let me see if we can build anything like that right now. Yeah, no, we have the beacon, but we'd have to basically go into the tech tree, and let's see, where is that? Exploration. Here it is. So we have to finish tier 2 research to get down here to the outpost depot before we can even get it, but that's one reason why we're doing that. We're 19% of the way there. I am going to make another hospital. One more medical post here. Try to keep it somewhere warm. So, within the reach of the heater is fantastic. I'll put it right there. Now, it doesn't have street access, but we can easily provide that. Just go over here like that. And, well, this is under construction. It's waiting for workers. It'll get workers. That's not a problem. We have plenty of free people to help build this. And look at this, actually. It's not that I don't need it, but our coal is rising, which is fantastic. And I am going to build... this is going to use more coal, but because we have a little bit of coal to burn, I'm going to go to tech, and I'll drop in a steam hub. I always call these heaters, but it's a steam hub. It's just shooting out steam at people's faces and burning them, but they prefer burns as opposed to freezing. So we're going to go here to the coal mine, and I'll put as many on here as I can, and there we go. Okay, did it. Drafting machines researched. We can now research Tier 2 technologies. So now, we just talked about this, but let's go ahead and get that outpost depot. You can see there's a lot of benefits to this. So first of all, there's the outpost depot that allows us to send people out. These makes the scouts move 50% faster, which is great, but also if we go here, we can get insulation on our gathering post, which is enormous. That's why we're kind of building a heater. We could even turn that off. We could upgrade to a steam coal thumper. And these... Let's see here. By pumping high pressure... So it gives you enough for 4 gathering posts. And so you see how the coal thumper we have is enough for 2, and we have 2 of them. That's why we're not doing the right job. It tells you right here in the tooltip, like, for each coal thumper you need 2 gathering posts to process it. So we have 2 coal thumpers, and for a while we only have 1. So that's kind of why nobody could keep up with it, but that's okay. Now, if we go to build the steam coal thumper, if memory serves, you can just upgrade the existing facility, which is great. Coal mining optimization just makes everything 10% more efficient, which is insane. And you can also get the charcoal kiln. And this produces a lot of coal by burning wood. Now, I like that a lot, and it's very, very good to help you produce a lot of coal, but lumber is a limited resource for a bit, so you got to be careful with that. We do want the wall drill so that we can get some more wood if we need it, and we can start thinking about things like hothouse installation, you know, cookhouse installation, better hunting. So, generator will use 10% less coal. How about that? I mean, that's just incredible, right? But we do want, I think, the outpost depot, so I'm going to go for that. And let's see, people are... It just keeps saying that people are hungry, and so I think it's just a result of the fact that this cookhouse is so far away from everyone else. I could be wrong about that, but hopefully that will go down. I mean, we have 290 meals. It also could be that these are people in a hospital, and so it just takes them longer to get meals as well. I'm going to kick some people out of this job because we no longer have enough raw food really to process. I'm just going to kind of go out here and look at this. So we fulfilled the promise of warmth, so hope rises. So we get a big boost to hope. So things are kind of, you know, you could see that our hope is such that people aren't joining the Londoners. And I can click on this and it says, United by Faith. Sir, we're holding an evening prayer this afternoon. Plenty of people are here. They're praying, but also talking and laughing. I haven't seen anything this heartening in our city for a long time. It's really brought the community together. I'm glad to hear that. So, you know, temporarily, we're trying to move in the right direction. We have enough coal to kind of keep people going now. I'm going to... This steam hub, we only want this during the 10-hour workday because we don't care about nighttime because nobody's over here except the automaton. So let's just go there. Save some coal. And we're just going to speed it up a bit. Temple built. Hope rises. Bam. So now I'm going to pause it, and you can see hope goes way up. That's why I really rushed to build the temple, and you can do the ceremonial service. So this thing, it has a cooldown of 4 days. It does cost 20 food rations, but it just is again another way to boost hope. And I like to use these every single time. Look at that. Discontent went way down. The tendency for the Londoners, we actually converted one back. We went from 30 to 29. It's going down. And our hope is just really, really going up. So you want to make sure that you're using these, if you can spare the food, all the time and building structures like that. So now we're done with that. And we can think about, is there anything else that we want to build? We still have some unemployed people. We can start building bunkhouses. Now, bunkhouses, I believe that we can just upgrade the existing tents to bunkhouses. And let me just show you what they do. So a bunkhouse, it only houses 10, but it gives you a base heating level of 2. So it just makes it warmer, which is phenomenal. You want to focus on building these further away from the generator. So places that are like maybe outside of a steam hub, that are far away, these are the ones we want to kind of start trying to convert because it's cold for them. So this will cost us 12 wood and 10 steel, which we have. Here and here. I'm just going to do a few. Steel is, we're not crushing it on steel. Now, this does make people homeless for a bit, so they will be upset about this, but as soon as it's done upgrading, they're no longer homeless, and it actually makes them happier. Did we finish the... Yes, okay, great. Let me get max people working here, and now all of the sick people should be okay. This says, writing on the wall. Captain, someone has just defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our city. This is troubling. People already fear will share Winterholm's fate, and scarred minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. Alright, so we can send a cleric to reassure people or ignore it. So if you ignore it, hope falls. If you send clerics, then it falls less. So it's not great, but it's better than 0. So we're going to do that. And you can see we do take a hit to hope right here, but what can we do? And now, we're actually, all the sick people have a place. So that really affects discontent. You could see people are cold at home. So that isn't good. We could build another steam hub over here. I need to turn this steam hub on to 24 hours. I really wanted it to be here, but this was a mistake. I misread this. And this is for a 14-hour workday, so don't be like me. Again, learn from my terrible mistakes. It does save steam during the daytime, but you want these people to be warm at home. So this will spread out, and you can see discontent goes way down. And now it's just overcrowded medical facilities and the emergency shift that we had to do a bit ago that's really bringing it down. But look at our discontent. I mean, we are managing that very, very well. So that's incredibly exciting. Do I want another hothouse? I can't build another hothouse, actually. I think it takes a core. Yeah, it does. So I might need to build another hunter's hut. I'm not thrilled with the amount of food that we have. So I think what I'll do is just build this over here and connect it to the street. Oh, no, I don't want that. This one here, connect it to the street like so. Actually, we could just do that. That's fine. Oh, what's this? People regain hope. Look at this. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from their shock at the news of Winterholm and starting to hope for the future. So that's fantastic. Now, some of these messages are scripted, and then some of them are reflecting how well we're doing with the choices that we've made. So because, for example, we built a temple, and we've been having prayers and sermons and stuff, and have been able to feed and keep people warm, making promises and fulfilling promises, then we've raised up our hope, so we're getting, more positive messages. We're not out of the woods because you're never really out of the woods, but we just want to do the best we can here. We have a temperature going down in 2 levels soon, so that's not great. And we're only down to 1 person being super hungry. That's encouraging as well. Just going to speed it up here. All right. And this is our sawmill, and it's too cold at the sawmill, and the resource depot is also freezing. So because of this, you know, people have a moderate risk of being sick, so I need to warm everything up. I'm going to build another steam hub over here for these workers. People being sick, it just takes them out of the rotation so that they're not doing jobs. It's just, you don't want it. This is another sawmill, so let me build one more. Now this is going to use a lot of coal, don't get me wrong, to keep these heated, but at the same time, we just will turn these on for when people are actually working, and we should be okay. And look at this big boost of coal. Boom. Alright, so now we have scouts. And we actually don't... I don't think we have any places for them to go at the moment. We have no areas to explore, but we're going to just leave it because once we do Winterhome, more stuff should open up. So I'm not going to disband them at the moment. I'm just going to let them be kind of idle. And I'm going to go here and we can just max employ workers. Now, only workers can be hunters, so we have to go to some other facilities and find out if we have any engineers. And we'll say no workers, all engineers, and put the workers here. Get as much food as we can, and that's great. Okay. These are cold, so we need to build another steam hub over there as well. So we're doing fine with respect to food, wood, and now finally coal. And in fact, this thumper, I'm going to actually just disable this thumper for a moment. And I'm going to turn it off. Because, you know, given the fact that the ratio is 2 piles to 1, 2 gathering posts to 1, I don't think that it's going to be very efficient to have people working there for the time being. And we also have these going. Now, these are cold. So, you see how it's 50% efficient because of sick absences. So again, we need to heat this area. I'm going to go down here and I can max that out to get more food. But it's time to just do a better job of heating our city. So we need a steam hub for these workers, and we need a steam hub for these workers. We just can't have people getting sick all the time. Okay, and looks like change of heart. Sir, a man was found crying silently in the temple. We approached him to ask if he needed help. He told us he wanted to see you. I thought my faith died long ago, sir, with my wife and daughters in London. I couldn't see any purpose in our new life, in the fight for survival, but today, when I entered the temple, I saw a future for us. Now I'm ready to face it. So this guy's like turning around, and he left. So that was a Londoner who switched around. And I'm going to pause it. We need to go to these new hubs. So much of this game is being aware that we only have a 10-hour workday, so these need to only be on during the 10-hour workday, or we're going to burn through our coal. It might look like we have a lot, but that can disappear instantly. At least it feels that way. So you always have to pay attention and make sure your settings are where you need them to be. Like this one is 24 hours, which is correct. This one is 24 hours, and what about this one right here? Needs to be 24 hours. We need to keep everybody warm. We want nobody to be home. 59 people live near a fighting arena, and they love it. So that makes people hopeful. And we had a ceremonial service. Speaking of service, let's click on this. Yep, look at this. We can have a sermon. Boom, let's do it. It just boosts up hope right away. Remember, whenever these come off a cooldown, use them to boost up your hope. And now we're actually at a tendency lower. Okay, perfect. We finished the outpost depot. So we can go here and We need 45 steel, which we don't have. So we need to wait until we get some more steel. And that's okay. So you might be like, well, what are you using steel on? Researching takes a lot of steel generally. Like you could see that. I'm going to go over here though. I want, this is 20 steel, which is a shame. What does this do? 50% more resources. That's great. Hunting tactics is really good. It just makes it so you get the same amount of food for 5 less people so they can work in other, situations. This is awesome. 10% less coal. Improved heaters. They do use more coal when you do this. Heat zones and around steam hubs can be extended 50% further, but it costs more coal to do it. So this will make sawmills 25% more efficient, which is nuts. You can also upgrade to the steam sawmill to just make them even better. There's a lot of stuff we want to do, but it all takes steel. So we might want to actually upgrade to the steam steelworks. And I am. This will get us more steel. It's, for the short term, it's not great, but we need steel, so we're going to bump this up. And let's see, I'm going to speed it up here. Okay, this is done. We're going to go 10-hour workday like this. And people are building this one here. There. And we just want this on during the workday. And this is on during the workday. Fantastic. Alright. Now it says we only have 20 hours of coal left, which is alarming, right? But that's because of so many of our heaters and the structures that we've got. But we should be okay. But it gives you an idea, like we have this much coal stored and it's really only enough for 18 hours. It's brutal. Book of Laws, let's go into purpose. We can do another one. I'm going to move over here and I'm going to go to shrines because I want House of Healing and I want field kitchens. So we're going to sign this and we need to build shrines. So I'm going to go to construction and we're going to go to faith. So this takes 10 wood and 10 steel, which again, unfortunately, but it makes them gain hope while they're working. So you can just kind of put this any place that people are working, like right here. Over here. And over here. This will be a promise that we fulfill. We got more people who are sick. Hopefully they can find a place to stay. Another act of vandalism. And so, again, our only choice right now is to send the cleric. 2 people are doing just fine at that job. Oh, scouts have reached Winterholm. Okay. So we found Winterholm. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator has exploded. All right, we can explore it. And the streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources, and the eventual starvation. The last entry, God forgive us for eating our dead. There is no hope. But we do discover freshwater springs in the American camps. That's why I was saying we will discover it, and we get 2 steam cores. So we're going to send these scouts out to check out this place because they're closer. So just click the green arrow, and then these scouts who have been doing nothing, this is actually closer to them, so they will be able to get to that. And then we're going to zoom back in and see how we're doing here. We're almost done, actually, building some of these shrines, and boom, hope goes up because we did it. Now, the shrines don't really do anything. Like, they don't take workers. It's just like, it sits there, and people can just go pray. So it's just going to boost hope. 60 working near a shrine. House of Prayer, Temple. You could see all of these permanent modifiers. The vandalism is there, but it's hardly affecting us because our hope is just so high right now. Look at that automaton just working away. We're down to 26 Londoners. Okay. So now this is where we're at. Trouble with the Londoners. Cleric beaten. Captain, a priest, was assaulted while trying to reassure people disturbed by the Londoners' slogans. We should do something to protect our people. So now we're going to move in the direction of peacekeepers. We have 3 days to establish faithkeepers. Hope will rise slightly, discontent will fall slightly. Now, we can't... I don't want to commit to this. We're going to build faithkeepers, but you see how we can't pass a law right now. We're on cooldown. So, this is going to be fine just to pray for him for now. But you see hope goes up, and it's a good effect for us because it's a bad look for the Londoners, and we can then build the faithkeepers once the Book of Laws cooldown comes down. We would need to pass the law and then build it to get it all done, and maybe we could get it in time, but this is a fine result. I'm going to unpause it. Alright. And now, you see, because of all these heaters that we've built, we're down to only 14 people being sick. So this is really helping. Remember, you do not need heaters by the hunters. Alright. And here we go. Let me just see what's going on. We're up to 29 steel. Very good. Bam. And we did it. Steam Steelworks researched. Fantastic. So I'm going to actually go to construction and go to resources and go to Steam Steelworks. So we can just upgrade this. It costs... so like for right now, for example, these babies are getting... 4.3 per hour at 100%. See, look at this, 108% efficiency because they're working near a shrine. So every employee delivers a little bit extra to add up to 108%. How about that? But it's 4.3 per hour. That's what we're getting. Now, the Steelworks is 40. This is almost double. So we're going to build both of these. Now, it's going to knock down our steel production for a second while they finish this, but it's totally worth it. Now, these are done because storage near capacity. Oh, right. Our coal storage overall is near capacity. So we need to go to construction here, and I need to build another storage facility. We're gonna go. I clicked the wrong thing. We need to go to technology. I want to build generator efficiency so that we use 10% less coal, but we have to wait until we get 20 steel. Breath of Hope. Sure, people have started to leave personal charms, beads, and written prayers at shrines and as votive offerings. It seems it helps them keep their spirits up in these trying times. So, again, just a very, very nice way to solve some problems, and we need to build a resource depot, but again, we don't have enough. That's okay, though. I mean, it's fine to be in a situation where we have, here we go, too much coal. We'll fix it in a moment. And the scouts have arrived, and they found survivors, so we can explore near the freshwater springs. We found some refugees from Winterholm. They're a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichens. So we discovered new places, a frozen grove and a snow cliff. And if we escort them to the city, we'll get 22 regular laborers and 7 children. Or we can send them and they might die. I am always very careful, even though it takes time. I'm going to escort them. Let's go back. And let's wait a second till we get 20 steel. We got it. We're going to go to the tech tree, and we're going to start researching generator efficiency. Go for it. And very soon, here we go. The steel's going to start pouring in, and we can go to construction, and we're going to build a resource depot. I'm just going to put it right here. And new laws. Let's go. Purpose. Faith Keepers, get them in. House of Healing and Field Kitchens are amazing, but things are getting dicey, so we're going to get Faith Keepers. Now, this actually raises people's discontent, but it's worth it. And we need to set a resource. It's going to be coal. And now all of these things can come back on. Tremendous. All right, so everybody, we have temporarily, I want to stress that because this game is so brutal, but for the moment, we've got our hope up, discontent low, we're actually working the number of Londoners down, we have a good amount of coal, and we're out exploring, and we have gotten to tier 2 on technology. I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.